Ryan Hall here, American record holder at the Boston Marathon, Olympian, and one of his first big appearances since your retirement. So tell us what it's like being retired now.
It hasn't felt too much different, to be honest. I've been helping Sarah prepare for her upcoming races. She's running London Marathon next week, so we drop the kids off in the morning at school, and then we go to her training sessions. So it's just, I'm not the one training anymore. I'm still, at the training sessions, still involved in the sport. But I guess it is a little different in the fact that I'm not walking around tired all the time from training. It's nice to have a little bit more energy.
Well, you'll have to probably give a few calls to Kara Goucher's husband every now and then. Because he does kind of the same thing.
Yeah, we share a similar road, I think. Yeah.
Well, you got the 4 kids. What's it like having 4 kids around the house?
Oh, it's so much fun to have our girls at home. Our house just feels full of life, full of energy. We've not danced this much and laughed this much and had this much fun for years, since we were kids. I think that's the fun thing about having kids, is you get to experience like childhood again, and through them, obviously. But it's been really fun. I just started coaching our middle schoolers track team, the distance crew on the track team, so that's really fun. The kids are just so hungry and receptive and working hard, and it's been fun.
Having the kids is, obviously something different that they weren't there during your professional career. But is there something else that now you're not, investing all that time and energy in running? Is there something you've been able to do that maybe you weren't able to do during your career?
Yeah, I definitely have a lot more energy now for other things, Whereas when you're training super hard, it's like you gotta be taking your naps and you gotta be off your legs, and like now I'm like jumping on the trampoline with my kids and running around playing soccer with them or whatever, and you just don't worry about the little things. So that's nice to be able to relax on that stuff. But they were not the reason why I retired. I was actually the opposite. And my 9-year-old daughter, she's always on me. She's like, "Dad, you gotta start running again. Like, we want to see you run fast." And that's like the only thing that like makes me want to start running again. But I tried everything I could try over the last 4 years to get my body back to where it should be, and nothing was working. It was all just leading back to kind of this extreme fatigue. So it was the right decision, but I am sad that my girls never got to see me really fly. That would have been fun.
Have you put on, a video of like, maybe London or Boston and showed them?
Yeah, we showed them a couple videos. I don't know, I wasn't there. Like Sarah shows them some stuff sometimes, but I'm showing them like videos of like the planets, and like I'm trying to expose them to the rest of the world, because growing up in a rural area, like they don't even know about like the solar system and dinosaurs and all this stuff. So I'm like YouTubing all this, like educational stuff, trying to just expose them to the world.
So you've been helping coach Sarah. Do you coordinate with Steve Magnus on that, or is that just you? Like, how's that relationship?
So, like, I kind of took over for the trials in London. We've kept Steve, like, in the loop, and we'll send him emails, let her know how she's doing, stuff like that. And then once she's through London and then starting to train for track, Steve will be back in charge and designing her program stuff. Because, I know the marathon, I feel like really, really well, like, inside and out. Whereas like the track stuff, I know it well, but I don't know it as well as Steve does. So I defer to the expert on that. But it's been fun for me to help Sarah get ready for the last couple marathons.
Is there anything you tweaked for this one versus the trials or Chicago or LA?
Yeah, not a lot actually. The trainings look pretty similar, because I feel like at the trials we just didn't get a good read of where she was at. It was such a warm day, and she cramped up and just. She didn't have a great day that day, so we kind of just want to keep things the same and then retest, see where we're at in London, and then move from there and make adjustments. But we didn't feel like we needed to adjust anything because her training had gone so well. Like, she was in really great shape. Just missed the day.
What are you expecting from her on Sunday?
I'm not sure what kind of. Based on her tempo runs, like I just base it off of like, for me, 15-mile tempo was like the standard. And so whatever I could run for 15-mile tempo, I could usually run for an entire marathon. So, I mean, based on her 15-mile tempo, she should be able to run way faster than she's ever run before. And her best is 2:31 at Chicago. So, I mean, she should definitely be well under 2:30, but, you know, you never know what you're getting. We're just trying to take small steps, you know, like not trying to bite off too much at one time. Just run a little bit quicker, and just grow little by little.
What made both of you or even her want to run the marathon at this point with the track and field trials coming up in just 2-3 more months? And what is she looking to run at the trials?
Yeah.
The track, and what distance at the track trials?
Yeah, when she decided to do London, it was kind of like, okay, you're kind of putting the track trials on the back burner a little bit, you know, like you kind of got to choose one or the other, like knowing that she comes off races really well, and we knew she would bounce back and she'll be able to run well in the trials, but if you're choosing to run a marathon this close to the trials, you are, you know, putting a damper on your track performances. But with that said, she comes out of these marathons really well. Her heart was just in the marathon still, and she was so excited for the trials, and having it go as poorly as it did, she really just carried that enthusiasm on. It was like, I got to find out what kind of shape I'm in. So she chose to do London, and then she'll still do the track, but just looking at it as like pressure-free, you know? She has nothing to lose, everything to gain, just have fun with it, see what happens, but not carry around this burden of like, oh, I have to be in the top 3, or, you know, just kind of more looking at it as like a fun experience rather than performance.
What distance does she want to run at the track?
That's the thing, we don't even know. So we're
1,500, 5,000, 10,000?
probably either the 5K, the 10K, or the steeple.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, she's really good at the 3K distance.
Is she qualified in the steeple?
I'm trying to think if she has a standard or not. I don't think so. So yeah, we're just gonna experiment after London, stick her in a bunch of different races, each distance, see which one she clicks with the best, and then go from there.
Oh, okay. Well, super. Well, it's and one last question, because I'm doing this too. What's it like at the middle school? Since you're an Olympian, and what are the kids like with you? It's an interesting experience. So tell us a little bit about it.
Yeah, it's been fun. I mean, the kids at the middle school level, they don't really have that big of a grid of running, you know. So the first day of practice, I was just like, well, I'm gonna tell you guys a little bit about me, just so you know who I am, what I've done, and stuff. So I told them some of my times and stuff, and they were like, you could see some of them, like, who have run a mile before, like, could kind of understand a little bit, but a lot of them are just like, I don't know, 59 minutes for half marathon, that sounds good, but whatever, you know, which is fun. It's refreshing to be around kids who just value you for you and not so much, like, based on what you've done, you know, but at the same time, if you don't say I went to the Olympics twice, like, that kind of wakes them up and be like, oh, maybe I should really listen to what he's saying, maybe he knows what he's doing, so.
Good. Well, hey. You had a great career, and it's great you're coming back and giving back to the sport.
Yeah, I love the sport. I love Boston Marathon, so it's just good for me to be here.
Great to see you, man.
Thanks for the time.
Thanks,
Awesome.
guys.